Hey guys, name's Fan, it's time to play. Are you ready? What may be the single greatest mission in the campaign? Oh man, it's time to play the Thieves Guild. Boy, this is giving me a heart attack with joy. Okay.
I was going to pay Lord Randall and his vase collection a visit, but the Downwind Thieves Guild beat me to the score. Word is that they haven't divvied the booty yet. Apparently their leaders, Donald and Reuben, are arguing over the prized sapphire vase. Sounds like they could use a third party to settle their disagreement. Since I'm no mediator, I'll just steal the vase from them. They'll be so busy blaming each other, no one will suspect an outsider. The Downwinders run a gambling den called the Overlord's Fancy, which operates under a nearby restaurant. The guild's hideout is beneath the casino. I have a rough map of the complex I got from sources from the inside. Once I'm in the Overlord's Fancy, I'll have to search for the secret entrance to the hideout. I have to be careful. The Downwinders know me all too well. If they catch sight of me, they'll know who took the vase. Assuming they don't just kill me for trespassing. Finding the vase may prove difficult since I have no idea where it is. Should be a hot topic of conversation among the Downwinders. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to overhear where they're stashing it. Time to make a living.
Yes, living is a good thing to make. Oh man, the Thieves Guild, an expert, break into the Downwind Thieves Guild by going into the gambling den in the Overlord's Fancy. Get the sapphire vase. The guild made stealing the vase more difficult, so get 2,000 loot. Get some random dude's bracelet for no reason. Violence is the mark of the stupid, and then get back out to the streets. Okay. Oh, it's this screen. Well, hello, my old friend. Everybody wants to see me play this, right? Oh, what should I get? Lynn's Legacy is my greatest achievement. Okay. And now the AI that starts in view so that you see them for a split second with their arms outstretched. Yet another reason why this is the greatest mission ever. Now for a conversation.
Password?
Reeves Balls Sutter, it's me.
Security is necessary to prevent exposure and dilution of talent. Do you want to argue with the lords? Now what's the password?
Hand of shadow, foot of air. Open the door, okay?
Well, now he hasn't given me the password.
Are you taffing me?
Security is necessary to
And I'm standing here listening to Dano tell you the password. You think he's gonna let me if I'm not in the guild? Or you think I'm lackwit enough not to remember it?
Sutter, I'll put up with your airs a ways, but if you start putting it like I'm that much of a fool, there will be blood. Now open this door!
That's actually, yeah, for real. Okay, joking aside, I'm ragging on this mission, making fun, but yeah, that's like a really funny conversation. Top class. Also, you know, I mean, I think there's some really good concepts and ideas in this mission, and even some good execution here. I mean, like, I don't know. The thing is, this mission is huge. That's what I remember, and I also remember certain points of the mission, places, but I don't remember the whole bulk of it, which must mean that it's unmemorable or too long or something. But really, I can't hate it fully, because, I mean, the whole idea of breaking into a thieves guild to steal a vase to make them argue amongst themselves is pretty badass. And the idea, as you'll see later, of going from underneath one building into another without using the streets, just going underground, is pretty cool. And, you know, there's just, like, some cool stuff about this mission, despite, you know, everybody seeming to hate it. And I'm probably, I mean, I don't know. As it goes on, I'm probably going to get all exasperated, fan like, oh, and stuff, and oh. But, you know, Oh well. For some, oh. Yeah, you might notice in the intro video that this paper here is right side up because it's drawn, but here in the engine it's backwards. And I have it that there used to be a texture on both sides of these models so that you'd see the writing so it wouldn't be quite as obvious. But still... Deliveries to the back door only, taffheads. Oh. All that hype, and yet that's all it said. All that, prepare for me to read this text, and then that was all it was. Okay, well, fine enough, I suppose. Let's go to Madame Magic's shop here with the Gypsy Pinky, and maybe she can tell us the future flower pot is going to fall on her head. That would be pretty cool. Okay. Anyway, you're supposed to sort of get in through the back with these awesome lockpicks, and yeah, so, you know, you might see me verbally appreciating some things in this mission, you know, and you might want to be prepared for that, so you can scream at me by going, I don't like this mission. Yeah. And, yes. I guess the architecture may or may not be as good as Ramirez, which I said it wasn't, but then it was pointed out to me that there were a lot of subtle things that were, so I don't know. I think Ramirez's fireplace looked better than this, if you ask me, but, you know, people don't usually ask me things except, actually, they often do. I am a liar of some description. Oh!
What I see there.
Hey there, guys. My name is Finn. I do the exact opposite of everything that experts recommend you do to get popular on YouTube, and I get popular on YouTube. How's it going? Now that I have dumped the body in the dumpster beside the cart, by which I mean the floor, I will now go and count up the bread loaves. 0! Anyway, in case you need a spot of darkness, this is like the only one in the entire first floor. Well, not really, but it's the only one in the entire vague area in which I'm in, so, you know, there's that. So if you're looking for some darkness, there's your man. Shake his hand and turn to Skittles. Oh,
What was that noise?
I've got you covered, Tapper.
oh! Hey, man. How you doing? I guess Thief... Oh, this is Thief 1. Never mind. I guess Thief did a thing. Wow. I'm gonna have to, like, slightly strategize. I don't think I agree with the conceptualness of this in conceptual Virgin Mary birthing. Okay. I suppose this time, rather than going for sneaking, I'm for some reason just knocking everybody. I noticed they have purple hoods. That's pretty cool. Twilight-licious people all up in this place. Perhaps I can stash him somewhere else, maybe, like, oh my god, there's actual darkness here, too. That's an insane sort of concept that I can't really fathom much. My fathoms are not very undersea. Oi. How is it going? Are you pointing? Are you clicking? It's like an adventure.
What's that?
Maybe, son. Maybe it was something. You're never gonna know. Your old man's gonna be disappointed in you. I can't believe that boy died before he did something. I am the worst parent ever. I am the hilarious, stereotypical, medieval worst parent. How's it going? Oh, man. It's a restaurant key. I guess this is supposed to be a restaurant. It's pretty funny because while there seems to be a kitchen, there doesn't really seem to be any actual tables or eating places at all. Therefore, I'd say it's like a hilariously bad restaurant, but nobody ever said this level was that well thought out, maybe, I guess, kinda. I don't know. I think I remember... Yeah. I think I remember this door being, like, just permanently locked. Except... maybe I could bash it down, which would probably break the intended flow of the level, so maybe I can't, but... No. I don't know. Can you have, like, a wooden... I'm sure I've seen wooden doors that do not, in fact, break, even though they make wood sounds. Oh. Okay, well, they hear me. Fine.
It's a routine mail. It's got a bow. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Squeak. Oh, man. I felt the need to come back on camera to say that, I suppose. Anyways, this is the real way that one is intended to go. I do remember some things. For instance, I remember there's one guy walking back and forth between these rooms here. That I do recall. I don't know why I would remember such a thing, but I guess this floor looks a bit, like, weird. I don't know if this wood texture works that well for it, but yeah, I guess you have stone walls and wooden floors and ceilings, and that's just how you roll back in the pre-Gothic flying buttress man super building architecture of the new modern age era. I don't know. Just filling time here, man. Just filling time. This guy's face always looked sort of odd, and just kind of like, sort of, I've got a face. But in one of these rooms here is a secret drop. But first, I must go in this one for some, like, ultra excellent kind of goings on. Oh yeah, that guy's like gonna wake up as soon as I freaking pick the thing, isn't he? No. No, he isn't. I think guards may be, like, sensitive to fewer things in Thief 1 is what I think I remember. Like, it's like, what, if you put out a torch, they don't even first alert, whereas in Thief 2 they do sometimes, or I don't know, it was something like that. I can't remember exactly. Anyhow, you may notice this disgusting vomit green thing that would have been very hip and chapeau nouveau trendy in the 60s. Chapeau nouveau is a term that I made up, consisting of a bunch of trendy sounding French words, which you could probably combine with the word chic, and somehow, like, you know, have a thing happen. Yes! Marketing is the art of selling to people who don't really care about your stuff at all and totally manipulating their brains, although I think this may be a rather extreme way of thinking about it and actually not really all that true. Ah yes, this music. Now most people hate this music with a passion. I guess I can see that it is repetitive, so it starts to grate, but just this little loop here, like if they'd have extended it or like made it a little different or something, this basic music thing here, I actually really like. I think it really fits the theme. It's kind of like a something's happening kind of a music thing, you know. It fits a sort of, you know, gambling den or something with a bit of excitement, but yet it's got a dark tinge to it, like a sort of, you know, dark tinge to it, and I don't really know, like...
They're so busy gambling their money away, they won't notice if I take a bit.
Other than it being repetitive, I really don't see what people are even really talking about. I think it's pretty cool. Which is, you know, I don't know, that's kind of my general feelings on this here mission. Also, I do remember that you can put out torches. That's the thing that I remember from how to play this game. As you can tell, I'm a total expert at this game, that I could remember such a thing, and I'm rewarded with twice as many waters as I use. Yeah. Uh-oh. What? No movement. Okay, yeah, I remember these halls are pretty neat because you have to, like, duck under the counters. See, that's, like, kind of a neat idea. Having to, you know, forcing you to use the counters and not only to go behind things, but also to duck under things to... I guess I'm like an armchair cerebral now, pretending to, like, know stuff about the engine and be able to say things in an authoritative manner. That's pretty cool. Anyways, uh-oh. Yeah, because... it's definitely made with that way purposely in mind, despite that you can, you know, put stuff out still, but, you know, it's, I don't know. I think this place is pretty neat, is just kinda what I think, and if anybody doesn't care what I think, well, I guess that's perfectly alright. Don't know why I affected some bizarre accent there, but hey. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, so, you know, pretty much I'm just cheapening the challenge. Oh, you guys, say something. Maybe they're not gonna say something, huh? Yeah. I thought those guys over there said something, but oh well. I guess I heard somebody over. Ah, yes, indeed. Don't turn around. I don't want to see me shedding no tears, or whatever it goes like. Anyways, yeah, there's guys looking at you from places you don't expect. I say it again. I find this place to be pretty neatly designed, or coolishly designed. What? Sure, I missed a convo here. It's disappointing, really. I don't know what the deal. I know these guys talk, okay? I know that for a fact. It's a fact I know. But I must have alerted somebody and now they're not talking. That's, yeah, what? Oh, well. I'm just gonna have to deal with the horror of them not saying a word. That's pretty great. Also, it's kind of tricky to reach some of this gold. Not that, I guess, or maybe it isn't if you turn the lights out. But yeah, those lights can't be turned out. Neither can that one, unless there's still a bit of challenge, even if you do get lazy and stuff. And the lights turn on and off. Like, again, a cool... This place is just dynamic and cool. And, you know, that's That's my opinion, and I may or may not stick to it, depending on how many times you peel me off the wall, I guess. But I am pretty off the wall anyway, so what? Yeah. Well, maybe this stuff isn't so hard to get. Who am I to say? Well, I'm me, but I don't really know what that amounts to other than a guy on the internet against all odds doing his video. Oh yeah, they are pretty easy to get. Well, fine then. Fine enough. And, oh. I see a surreptitious piece of loot there. I seem to want to try to get. Maybe I can. No, I can't.
Freeze!
I can't seem to be able to crawl or walk through this window. Maybe I can lean through. What? No, not quite. Why would they put that there? Wait a minute. How do I get to that without barging right in through the front and thus getting seen? I don't quite understand, but it seems this guy has a key on his waist he could barely see. Yeah. I don't know, man. What a stumper. I suppose I could try getting a crate. And there's one right there. Oh, and look what I just found. The skull and crossbones of Doom and his broadheads. In a no-kill mission. It's like they were not quite thinking or something. Okay, let's put this down quietly.
Maybe if you weren't such an amateur, you wouldn't make so much noise.
Maybe if you weren't so overly sensitive, I might not have to reveal that I'm such an amateur, huh? Think of that? Jeez. I don't know if I can... No way in hell. Maybe I can moss the area, huh? Seems like a ridiculous thing that they wouldn't necessarily intend you to do, but, well, what do I know?
You're a noisy one.
It doesn't even... It still makes a sound. Oh. Well, I'm stumped, and also I just remembered you can't crouch on crates without turning new mantling off. Somebody should really fix that, but I guess when you have to release under cover of darkness, it might be a little difficult to put out bug fixes, lest the line can be traced. Traced? It can be traced. I don't know. Anyways, I think that this failure is a nice climax to end the video upon, so I'll see you guys tomorrow for more of me beating everybody at existing on YouTube in a normal way. This is Fen. See you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.